I seem to have lost my co-host. I'm not entirely sure where Dylan went, but we'll keep going anyway.
Oh, sorry, Deb. I've actually got an appointment I got to go to. So, with Mr. Stark Downey Jr. So I'll catch you later, all right?
Sure. Okay, well then I'll just get Ricky, I guess. So, see what he can do.
Hey, Deb, you called?
Yeah, no.
I heard my name.
I didn't call you, but I do need you, which is good. So
Where's Dylan?
I have no idea. He's went off for an appointment or something.
Yeah. He got my text.
He did? He did what test? What?
Sorry, nothing. You were saying?
Okay, well, I want to know if you want to host with me for the last half
I'd love
of the show.
to.
Great. Okay, so we are going to introduce our next guest.
Yep.
Actually,
we're going to be talking to Julian Gemmel. Now, he's an awesome cosplayer. You might better know him as Dadpool. So let's have a look at what Julian has to say about being a cosplayer.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Just like a movie, just like a storybook, we are the future, we're the ones they won't overlook. It's time to be the hero.
Okay, so cosplay is it's an actual Japanese term of costume play, and I guess it's in pop culture. It's becoming characters that you like just for fun, dressing up as them, I guess, and playing like you're a kid. Really, it's like when I was little, I used to run around with a tea towel as a cape, and my capes have gotten a bit better. A bit more expensive, yeah, a bit longer to make. There's no set thing about cosplay. Like there's a lot of people who may say, cosplay is just about being the character, or it's about being as close to the character as you like. I like to put my own influence in because I see it as an art form as well. So if I can put art and my own self into it and change it up a little bit, then there's me in there as well. And then you can do it picture perfect if you want, and have it the way it is on screen or in a comic book. It's really up to you. You can change things as much as you want. It is cosplay, it's playing as a character. Some people do get it confused with costuming, and costuming is when you try to be exactly like the character. Like you'll see people like the 501st who are the Star Wars people. I consider them costumers, where they are exactly like the character. In cosplay, you can do whatever you like, really. You can change it up as much as you want. You can mix and match characters. I've done that before. Initially, I never intended to cosplay. I was a bit scared to do it. I kind of looked at cosplayers and thought they were a bit weird. But I did want to make a costume. I wanted to make an Iron Man costume because I'd seen someone on YouTube who'd made one, and I thought, oh, it's not possible to make a costume like that. And then someone had, and once they'd done that, I thought, I want one of those. And I just wanted it for home. I didn't care what it, I didn't intend to go anywhere else and anyone see it. Maybe I'd go to a fancy dress party at one of my friends' houses. But so I made that, and once I'd made it, Oz Comic Con, well, it turned out actually quite good, like better than I expected. And then Oz Comic Con was coming around, and it was the first one that they were having here in WA. And I just thought, I've got to go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this suit and I'm going to see how it goes. Just going to take it and see how it goes. I was terrified when we went. I parked underneath the PCE seat and got dressed underneath there and in the parking lot, and on my way to the con, walking through the car park, I was thinking, if anybody looks at me funny or laughs at me or anything like that, I was just going to turn around, pack it up and go home. I was terrified, but people loved it. They loved, it's a great character to do. I must have made it quite, a good job of it, and yeah, through that con, people loved it, and I was kind of hooked after that. My ego took a giant boost, and once that happened, I had to make more stuff. So Dadpool, yeah, Deadpool is my favourite character, and I'm a dad, and I wanted to introduce my kids into it. I kind of felt bad at the start, a little bit bad, having all this fun, and they weren't, or my son wasn't. So I wanted to make sure that at the start, before anything, that I'd be a dad and a cosplayer. So bring them all in, and we all do it together. Oh, actually, in one of the cons, I got my mother to cosplay with us. So that was 3 generations of the Dadpool family cosplaying, and that was a huge highlight for me. So she's in her 70s, I'm in my 40s, and my kids are, I think, 6 and maybe 13 at the time. So yeah, cosplay really is for anyone of any age.
What did she dress as?
We did that. Okay, so that's kind of like a Deadpool thing. There's Deadpool, Domino, and Cable. And in the first Deadpool movie, there's the character Blind Al, and the old blind lady, and I had my mum cosplay as her.
That definitely would have been fun.
Yeah, it was awesome, and I managed to get her in the magazine, so that was doubly good. Yeah, she's got a better career than me. Cosplays once and she's in a magazine. Yeah, if you're coming into cosplay and you're starting out, it is, for me, it was all about the characters, and that I loved. I loved these characters, and you kind of feel like you're getting a bit closer to them, dressing as them and portraying them in a way. Just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. That's probably the hardest thing to do. Is like the first step. The first time you go out there, it can be pretty scary. It can feel like it's a bit rough, but you'll find that you'll find people there who appreciate the character like you, and because of that, you find common ground. And it won't take long until there's a lot of people in the community that will help you and be there with you and go to cons with you. You make friends very fast. Just do it because you want to do it, because you love the character. It's all about the character to me. Later down the line, you can find, it's like people will find characters they look similar to, and yeah, it's like you can do that as well. So community-wise in WA and in Australia, you'll find there are a lot of people who cosplay. We don't get that many opportunities. We might get a couple of opportunities during the year to do it together in a con situation. You can do it with friends. Friends will just cosplay at the park, which is fun. It's like there's lots of people and they're very supportive. I found it a great place to get support. I wouldn't have done it as long as I had if I didn't have and meet people who had the same interest and supported me as well. So I love the cosplay community. They're really great. Yeah, it's an awesome, fun place to be. Yeah, favourite characters that I've done myself. Of course, Iron Man, Deadpool, Deathstroke. Who else have I done? Punisher. I've found myself to be a bit of an anti-hero person. Wolverine. They're the kind of characters that I love to do. There's lots of others that I would love to do too. Like I wish I could do Batman. I don't think I have the jawline for Batman, so I'll leave him. But there's lots of characters that I would love to do that I don't do. But yeah, I'm enjoying the guys that I am doing. Yeah, who else would there be? I'd love to do a Hulk. If I could do a Hulk, that's a dream character. Yeah, it would be a big build, and I don't know if my marriage would last. I guess this is my collection of severed heads and body parts. Yeah, these are some of the things that it's too hard to keep everything, but yeah, here are some of my stuff. So at the beginning, it's good old Iron Man, where it all started for me. And then because I love Marvel, so much of it is superhero related. So Iron Man, Iron Patriot, that's the Infinity Gauntlet from the comic books. Deadpool, Mark 1 Iron Man. So that's the ceremonial mask from the Black Panther movie. Wanted to be a bit different rather than the whole black suit. And then we have my Ghost Rider face. And that's Tony Stark now. Poor old Tony. Break my heart. And good old Groot from the first original movie. So all these things that are made out of different stuff. Mainly foam, like that's foam, this is foam. This one's foam with the resin coating I put on it, and then you move into this one where I made this one out of fiberglass. Same as this Judge Dredd helmet I have here is made out of fiberglass. You can see it's a big difference in the quality of, this one is foam and then with a resin coating, but it it's not quite as nice as it gets like that. These, however, are faster to make, lighter, and because they are made of foam, they've got a little bit of give. So if you're in a costume all day, it really is easier to be in. Then I have maybe some of my bodies or torsos, my Blade torso. I did a Overwatch character named Reaper. I did him pretty much because I'd never even played the game. Overwatch people won't like me saying that, but yeah, I kind of look a bit like him or close enough to him. It's hard to find characters that I look like, and I do look like him, so I jumped on that one. My Deadpool body, and of course Iron Man, all lit up over there.
Which one do you reckon was the hardest to make of it all? Like, some of them are obviously quite intricate in the face, like Deadpool's got so much character there. Groot, all those lines. What was the hardest for you?
The hardest to make, I guess, the most time consuming was probably this one. Because it was fiberglass, there was a lot of work getting it up to scratch, because you can get a lot better finish from fiberglass. So I put a lot more hours into it. But I don't know. They're all difficult in their own way, and then they sometimes they don't work out, and then you don't see them on my Facebook. And then if they do,
Well, actually, on that, we've got Iron Patriot here. Is there a matching body for that, or that was just a mantelpiece here?
I did make him the body for him, and I wore him to the second year. I did cosplayed as Iron Patriot and a friend of mine cosplayed as Iron Man, so we double teamed, and that was a great con as well. The body probably spent a little bit too much time out in the shed, and because it's foam and to make stuff out of foam, you heat it up, and then you can mold it into a shape, and once it cools down, it keeps its shape. Now, if foam gets too hot, like it was in the shed, it will start to collapse on itself. So he died a slow, painful death in a box in the shed.
So the foam, do you get it's a big foam square, and then you just cut it and push it together and glue it?
Yeah, that one was made from a big, comes out in a roll. It's a thinner, about 5 mil. I've been using more thicker foam lately. Like this one was foam as well. This was, how you get yoga mats on, or the square mats that interlock each other?
Yeah.
So this is made out of one of those. It's just one piece.
Oh, okay.
You can see how it's a foam, just kind of molded and then heated and then to the shape. It turned out heaps better than I expected. Most of the time I don't expect it to work, and it does, and I'm really happy. Have you cosplayed before, Dylan?
No, I've considered it.
Yeah.
And then I just never get around to it. For ages I was looking at making some Wolverine claws.
Right, yeah.
Because I've got just a rubber Wolverine mask that I bought. I thought about getting into it. I just never did. But I think it's one of those things where, you said you were nervous about doing it, and then once you do it and you get some glowing reviews like that, I'd probably be like, keep going.
Yeah.
But and it's the know-how as well. My younger brother's done a little bit. He did one, so he's talking about the resin and all that sort of the terms and that. But the science or the process behind it, I haven't really done any of that. But yeah, look at all these things. It's like, man, yeah, that'd be great.
Well, you do look like a certain spider person. And
You're never going to escape that.
I think you might get a chance to do it today, maybe.
Oh my, that's excellent.
That's that's a suit from was it Far From Home?
Excellent. Let's have a look at it. Oh no.
So we'd like to...
Wasn't that awesome? I mean, Julian and his whole family getting into the cosplay, being creative, having fun, and really being part of that cosplay community. So thanks to Julian and his family for helping us out with that story. But one thing I'm troubled with, I can't work out who was in the Spider-Man costume.
Who do you think it was?
Okay, well, given our budget, it could either have been Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland. I'm not sure which.
Oh, well, obviously with a budget like that, I'd have both of them.
Of course.
Yeah, so, but we went with a hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
He still looked familiar though.
I'm sure you'll work it out.
Okay, leave it with me.
No worries. If you live in Australia, you can check out Supernova for yourself at one of the cities below. They run April, June and November. For dates, you need to check out their website. Well, guys, that's all we've got today.
Oh, is it?
It is. It's all over, Rover.
So soon.
It was so much fun. It was a really fun episode. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Bye.